On behalf of the director and all the staff members of ZIAD Mumbai, we welcome you all to the validatory function of the online course on designing e-resources, Raipur Batch 4. And once again, I welcome our Honorable Director, Sir, Sri N.R. Murali, for this validatory function. And he has highly consented to be the chief guest for this validatory function and bless all of us. Actually, he is behind the instrumental behind this course, and from time to time he has shaped the course in such a way that all the participants can get a maximum benefit out of it. And the response from the participant also, it is also encouraging us to do more and more. We have just planned to have only a selected interactive worksheets and all. Now by seeing the response from the participants, we feel that okay, we have to add some more. But this batch number 4 is having 47 participants, having PGT 7, PRT is 17, and 1 PRT music, and TGT is 22, including 1 W work experience and 1 art education teacher. And the participants are coming from Magasamund, Manindargarh, Raigarh, number 1 Raipur, Kurd, Naya Raipur, and CRPF Barni, Bilashpur. And all the 47 participants, their participation is very nice, and their interaction also with us, it is also highly encouraging. And first of all, we have to thank the participants for the encouragement you are giving. But anyway, from our side, we didn't leave any stone unturned, so that it will help the participants in most of the ways. Even in this particular group also, when we were going on doing it, there was some problem with H5P. Because in H5P, 1 or 2 options which is available, they have may have made it disabled. But then also the participants told me, sir, we can do whatever available with that, and they did all the remaining 7 which is available in H5P, and they have made worksheets on that. Thank you very much, participants. But anyway, this is from our side, but we want to hear from you also what is your impression about the course. Now I invite Miss Neha, primary teacher from Kendra Vidyalaya number 1 Raipur, to give her impression. Neha madam, please.
A very good evening to all of you. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Sri N.R. Murali Sir, Director ZIAD Mumbai and Deputy Commissioner RO Raipur, to this validatory function of the 10 days workshop on preparing e-resources. I welcome you, sir, and to all the other participants and of course our mentor. This is a proud moment for all of us because through this 10-day journey, we have learned a lot, and now we await the next step, that is implementation of whatever we have learned so far. That is for making learning more interesting and effective for our students. We all are extremely grateful to Director ZIAD Mumbai for having conducted this, and also to KVSRO Raipur for letting this happen and for letting us delve deeper into various ways for reaching out to our children in these difficult times. And most of all, to Srinivasan sir for always being on toes for clarifying our doubts and empowering us with so many meaningful weapons for leading the changing scenario. I really miss my students and I want them back to school as soon as possible. But till then, if anything could empower me to connect to them in a better way, I would welcome it open-heartedly, and so was this workshop. Initially, when we got to know about the conduction of this workshop, everybody had their own apprehensions that this one would also be like various other workshops we have been a part of in all these pandemic months. But as and when this workshop progressed, and today, when I look back, I surely see a difference in how I saw teaching and how teaching can be made more and more interesting for our children. All these days, we have learned many concepts which we hardly knew about earlier. To list a few, we learned Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, recording narrations over our PPTs, using Google Drive in a better and efficient way. We learned about hot potatoes and HTML5. And the most impressive part for this workshop was that without assuming the level of the participants, our mentor explained even managing files and folders from scratch. This was the best part of this workshop. Hats off to you, sir. And yet another effort was for conducting interactive video sessions, for making us more comfortable in working together, sharing our problems, and giving solutions. So, if I was to sum up the entire experience, I would say that we have learned at our own pace and with all the comfort at home. So it was truly enlightening and fruitful. I can't thank enough to all the participants as well as the dignitaries for making it a success. We'll surely spread this in our schools and eventually to our children. Thank you so much for all this and have a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Actually, I think you have found out what is actually our aim of it. Actually, we want you to have a better connection with the children, because as you are missing the students definitely will be missing you also, your smiling face and your charming face also, and your gestures also they will be missing. Actually, we want to have a connection, and this is the one of the ways to make your interactive sessions effective. It is a way to connect them. Okay, now thank you very much, madam. Now I call Mrs. Preeti, PGT English from number 1 Raipur. Preeti madam. Yes. Preeti madam, please unmute your mic. Yes, please. You can start.
Good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to welcome our most honorable Shri N.R. Murli sir, Director ZEET Mumbai and Deputy Commissioner of Mumbai region, and our respected course mentor and trainer, Mr. M. Srinivasan. All my learned participants, again, very good afternoon to everyone. And to really thank you, sir, to give me this opportunity to share my views and experiences on my learning, my experience as a learner, not as a teacher here. So very thank you, sir. uh, to start with, there is a Lithuanian proverb which rightly said as, to be without learning is to be without eyes. And at this time of the direst situation, we are really in need of seeing our life, our professional life particularly, with a new perspective. And for that, learning and adapting new knowledge, new methods are very, very important at this point of time. It's for me, it is the first time I'm attending any digital e-resource training, and that is online. And I'm blessed and pleased with the good organization and conduct of training resources, training sessions. During this training, I acquire new information and new experiences on various digital and social platforms like Hot Potatoes, HP5, Quiz.com, YouTubes, and blogging, and all the Google apps. But yes, when sir has started with that Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, I was really elated to see that yes, this is me, this is what I know, and from here I have to start. It actually gave me the encouragement that yes, I know something, at least I'm not the one who don't know anything about this digital media. And later on, as the course progresses, it was so helpful, sir, it was so required at this point of time, that how to reach to the student, how to entertain them, how to encourage them for the learning from their home. When they were in school in front of us, we could literally grab their attention through something or the other of their interest. But at this point of time, when they're sitting so away from us, so in different scenarios, different backgrounds, so it was really, really helpful to us to get the knowledge of all these methods, all these digital sources, through which we can really grab their attention back. And I found it really beneficial, functional, and very practical to a great extent, sir. all the participants who were provided, all the participants were provided here with the teaching learning material required to conduct the training. And our trainer, Mr. M. Srinivasan, has communicated all the learning content to us very clearly, explicitly, and interestingly, with concrete examples and demos in all the sessions. Moreover, sir was always available to provide us any help we require on just one call go. And he has conducted interactive sessions also to solve our queries through Meet. He always had a positive and patient approach in his all the interactions with all the participants, sir. Hats off to you, sir, and thanks a lot. On a very personal note, I could say that when the training begins, and it has really mounted and amplified my knowledge of using digital resources. As earlier, I was acquainted only to use PPTs. But this training has strengthened me and escalated my knowledge in the field of using digital resources. I'm very much satisfied and elated with the training I have received here in this session. And on behalf of all the participants, I could surely make a note on this that it was really very happy learning experience for all of us. Um, Thank you again, sir, for giving me opportunity to attend this training and to give me opportunity to share my experience. And thank you all the officials, all the effort makers who has actually chalked out the content, chose the content for us, which is really going to benefit us, not only us, but to the students also, to all my colleagues also, to all our colleagues also. We all are going to get benefit from out of it. Thank you once again. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you, madam. Actually, you know that the way you just gave it, actually, we are having that idea of going from known thing to the unknown thing. We started from the scratch, that what are the things that are available in Word, what are the things available in PowerPoint, then how to go little bit extension of that PowerPoint presentation with a narration, converting it into video. But actually, this idea was given by our.
That only, sir.
This idea was given by our honorable director, sir. Therefore,
thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, total credit goes to him only, the way he has arranged the things. Okay, thank you very much, madam. Now we are happy to have the Deputy Commissioner, madam, from Raipur region. Good afternoon, madam. We welcome you all to this valedictory function. Okay, now for your information, madam, I wish to tell you that this is batch number 4, containing 47 participants with PGT 7, PRT 17, PRT Music 1, and TGTs 22. In the 22 TGTs, we are having one work experience and one art teacher also. Maybe it is having a cluster of all teachers from all the streams they have come. And then schools are Mahasamud, Manindargarh, Raigarh, number 1 Raipur, Kurd, Naya Raipur, and CRP of Barni Bilashpur. And the cooperation given by this batch is highly commendable, because the way they were going on doing the assignments and all, immediately they will call me and they will going on asking me doubt and all. It was actually very good experience to work with them. Okay, now I request Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Madam of Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan, Raipur region, to bless the participants. Madam, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I was a little engaged, so I joined late. But you were saying 47, Madam, but right?
Madam, can you just adjust your camera? Can you please adjust your camera?
Okay. Yeah, just. Is it better now?
No, it is better now.
Something wrong with the angle. Yeah.
Okay, so, no, thank you, madam. Thank you.
But sound is okay.
Sound is okay, madam. Sound is okay.
Okay. So you are saying 47 participants, but now only 23 is showing. They've not joined.
Yes, madam. Some of them 2 or 3 are attending
together.
In the same mobile.
Okay. So this is the 4th batch, right?
Yes, madam. 4th batch.
Okay. So this is one marathon training you have undertaken in ZEET Mumbai. There is one more batch to go yet, but this is a very popular training, and if my teachers are happy, then I'm also very happy. So because a very timely intervention, and the credit goes to Zeet Mumbai, because Zeet Mumbai started this by training 2 teachers per region, if I'm not wrong, isn't it? Initially,
8 teachers, madam.
okay, from one region, and that only got me thinking that teachers will require the support, because this kind of online teaching was new for everyone, and not everyone is comfortable with. They are in different phases of learning as far as the ICT goes. So, but now the teachers are feeling comfortable with this training, and this is a 10-day training. I mean, quite comprehensive and quite well paced. I was thinking maybe it will be 3-4 days training, but since it has been designed very well, as the participant also just now was mentioning, that good that it is 10-day training, which gives the time for them to assimilate what they have learned and practice and write out what they have learned. Otherwise, too much in too short time, then they will not learn anything properly. So great that teachers have learned. So I believe, I'm especially talking to my teachers, that now with renewed confidence they will be conducting online classes, because now the August, one more week of August month remains, and still we are not sure that when are we going to have the students in our school campuses physically, they will be able to attend the school. So this online, even when the students start coming to school, it is going to be a blended one only, because maybe a child will be able to attend school only for 2 days per week. So remaining days, the things will go on virtually, online only. So teachers will have used to this, as they say, new normal, and with the when they are empowered like this is a kind of empowerment. So empowered with the training, that is the idea, that the benefit should reach the students. So with your training, now the students should benefit through you. That is the idea. So I'm sure now you will be performing with more confidence and with more enthusiasm. So all the best to all of you. Thank you, ZIT, once again.
Thank you, madam, for your kind information. The 5th batch has already started by this Monday, and already 5 assignments, question assignment, they already completed, and only 4 more left out. And we are not giving anything on tomorrow and after tomorrow being holidays.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are finishing all the 5 batches, 200 plus teachers. Very happy to do that. Thank you very much, madam, for this opportunity to us. Okay, now I request our Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Sir, Shri N.R. Murali, Sir, to bless the participants. Sir, please.
Good evening, friends. My colleague, Ms. Mandal, the trainer for this program, Mr. Srinivasan, and dear participants. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to engage people in continuous groups and then carry out the same kind of a training, of course, with some little improvements every time. And based on this feedback, we have now got a mandate to take it to all over country, and there we will be adding again a few more things, maybe 2 or 3 more components we will be adding. And the input from the feedback from your end is very, very encouraging. I can only share a few additional points which possibly is not included in this part of the training. One is that, you see, pedagogically, what we do in the face-to-face mode and what we do in the online mode, they cannot be the same. That difference we have to identify. You see, I am observing a good number of classes on a daily basis, but then I am not very happy with some of the classes, because they are trying to repeat what they are doing in the face-to-face mode. And if you ask me what are the significant differences, one significant difference is that you cannot hold the attention of the learner for a long time in one kind of a stimulus. And you might have seen, we have given a sample demonstration. In the entire course, we had video lessons, and none of the video is longer than 10-12 minutes. In fact, there is only one video which is slightly longer, running up to 13 minutes. And there is not even one single video which is crossing these 13 minutes. So I wish that you take this lesson, and when you engage your students in the online mode, try to prepare one short video for say 3 to 5 minutes or 6 minutes, something like that. That will be a welcome change for the students. Then follow it up with, based on that video, you enter into discussions with the students, you give them some kind of a brainstorming activity, stimulate their thinking process, or at the end of the video, give them a few questions and then say in the next class, we can discuss about the answer to those questions. So this is one lesson. This is what is called one particular aspect of pedagogy in the online mode, which has been reported to be yielding successful results all over the world. And that's the reason why we wanted to build the same model, short videos. So try to make short videos. That is number one. Then number two, when you are in the regular classroom, you have the luxury of having a larger blackboard. You can write whatever you want in the real time. But when it comes to the online, that larger flexibility you do not have. You have options, but those options go with limitations. So whenever you use the camera for the online mode, the screen size of the camera will be very, very small. But then if you use a presenter mode, then what is appearing in the presentation will be displayed on a larger size, and therefore you need to go for a pre-prepared lesson in the online mode all the time. If you are not going with the pre-prepared material, what's going to happen is you may write something, you may use the Jamboard, but then people will be getting only a smaller window, and that smaller window will not give the images to be clearly read and understood, and also it's going to add the strain to the eyes of the students. Let me tell you that we had a set of 5 or 6 interactions with the students and teachers of different regions, and in those interactions, one interesting lesson that one interesting input that we got from the students was that invariably people feel more fatigue and strain after attending online classes compared to the physical class. In the physical class, the full period is 35 minutes. Continuously, they are attending the class for 8 periods, and still they don't feel stressed. But in the online class, even after 30 minutes, they say they are feeling stressed. And that could be because that you are using this kind of screen replicate, showing the image of a paper or a board and things like that, that you need to avoid. So the second lesson is you need to use as much presentation as possible. So once you prepare the presentation, then the display will be clean. The strain to the eyes of the students would be less. You can follow it up with your own arguments, your own voice, your own discussion. So that way you can bring a kind of a second stimulus also to the students that will provide a kind of variety. And using a good video and using a presentation, it adds one more advantage. And what is that advantage? You see, data does not come free of cost. Neither it is free for you, nor is it free for the teachers. Your students. They need to pay money for the data. And if people have to pay money for the data, then you need to economize. Video transmission requires large bulk of data, but then if it is a structured PPT, the transmission data is relatively minimum. So therefore, dear friends, try to remember this concept. Data economization is an essential aspect of the online mode, along with the physical comfort or discomfort. This data economization also you need to take. And third, taking a cue from these two, now for an online class, sufficient prior planning is a must. In an offline class, you can have a rough idea, and in presence of the students, you can modify your idea and implement without much of a difficulty. But in the online class, that privilege and freedom is not there. Say, for instance, today I was observing in class, the teacher had prepared a movie, and when he played the movie, the audio was not heard. And when the teacher was struggling to replay it again and again and again and again, and one boy from the class unmutes the mic and then says, "Sir, in this mode, when you play a video, it will only be silent. You cannot get to hear the audio." Technically, the student is aware, but the teacher was not aware. So such kind of things can happen. And if you want to avoid such kind of things, you need to be prepared both pedagogically as well as technically. So whatever we have given is only a formal initiation into the requirements. And how do you proceed? It completely depends on you. And remember, necessity is often said to be the mother of invention. Necessity is also the reason behind large scale practice. Now our necessity is students are not going to be with us in the face-to-face mode in the near future. It's going to take a large time. And in fact, you see, for your information, let me tell you, KVS has already started thinking on how to start class 1 in the online mode. You see, for all other classes, there is a familiarity with the students and the teachers. But in class 1, they have taken admission only a couple of days back, and they are still on the process of taking admission. And for them, if we have to start online class, there is absolutely no familiarity between the teachers and students. So how are we going to start online classes? Sangathan is working on it. Possibly a modality would be worked out soon, and that modality would be shared. And if this is an indication that the conventional classes are going to take some more time to get into the normalcy, and therefore this is a necessity for you. Please make use of it. And of course, one component which we have not used here, but then in the subsequent courses we are going to use, but I can only tell you that you yourself can do it. As I said, data economization is a requirement. It is not necessary that you have to have video data all the time. You can also have audio files. And there are good number of sources available in the audio domain. Maybe subsequently, once that the course modules are ready, we will share the links with you. You can leisurely play and then learn. You also try to construct audio files. Especially for the language teachers, it is very, very essential. You see, people need to pick up a good pronunciation. People need to get practice with telling the rhymes in beautiful tone and rhyme. Therefore, you need to have the ability to make audio files, and if it is only audio file, the data transfer also will be very minimum. The file size would be small, and children can have it and then play it and then repeat it. So that also you please work on it. I can take this opportunity to thank my colleague Mr. Srinivasan for having tirelessly working on this chapter batch, attending to all your queries, addressing the difficulties. And also I place on record the keenness of your Deputy Commissioner in forwarding this list of people to be trained, and we would be very happy to continue this kind of a program to teachers all over the country. And I am sure if you can come out with your requirements, we may be able to fulfill our duty of providing you or extending you the kind of support that you require. So this is a beginning, and a further journey completely depends on you. With this, I thank Mr. Srinivasan, thank Ms. Mandal, and each one of you, and wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving valid information to the participants. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam, for joining us in spite of your busy schedule. I thank all the participants. Please continue your work and continue your learning. Never stop learning, because life will never stop teaching. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, one more small. Okay, one more small information to everybody. Today I am sending you one Google sheet in which you have to check your name in English and Hindi. Okay, it will be already typed there in English and Hindi. You have to check that, and how to check it, a video is also will be there. Or please do it maybe within Saturday or Sunday, so that by next week, if you have submitted all your assignment, we can generate the e-certificate and send it to you by email. Thank you.